Oh, God, did I see you? Because I've probably seen every episode.
It's not that big of a deal.
I mean, I'm thinking back.
If you're an actor in New York, you've been on the show.
Okay, all right. All right, guys, thanks for joining us on the Elation podcast today, where we enjoy exhilarating euphoria through creation and collaboration. Today, we're here with Alaina Dunn. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah, thanks for coming by and spend the time to chit-chat with us today.
Hey, anytime I get to run my mouth is a good day.
Oh, man, you must be from New Orleans. So we're going to get into a bunch of stuff, but let's just start where you're from, where'd you grow up, where you went to school, that whole New Orleans questions.
the whole dealio. I grew up in the East. I was born in the East.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
I was Bunker Hill. I was around the corner from Lil Wayne, actually.
Oh, all right.
But then I moved into Kingswood. But
okay, all right.
Then
well, shout out Mia, because she's still in the East.
Well, yeah, she is.
Mia
huh?
X,
yeah,
yep.
Mia X.
She's still in the East.
She's still kicking it. I went to McMain.
Okay.
Graduated from McMain, so go Mustangs. And then off to LSU, and then up to the East Coast to Rutgers for New York. Yep, that was my experience. Played softball, cooked in the. I was a catcher, so I had all the equipment. So I was a little hot in the summertime. Not like now, but yeah.
Not like now, but yeah, definitely hot. That's funny. Well, my wife had a similar experience. She went to LSU, graduated LSU, went to New York right afterwards. So, what did you do in New York?
Well, I got my master's from Rutgers, and then I was acting for a few years before I just was like, I need to get out of here. It's not for everybody. You know what I mean?
No.
You're selling yourself. You're a product. You're making yourself a product.
Right.
And that's not exactly healthy for everyone if you don't have that boundary. And I rushed through school. Like, I got out. I was the youngest person in my graduate program, all that kind of stuff. So I just don't think I was mentally ready.
But also being from the South, and I'm going to defend you a little bit because I'm born and raised here. But I moved to LA for 9 years. Life is different in big city. Yeah. We are a big, small city. Everybody knows everybody. But we still are a city. So like you get a little bit of everything, but you get that small town feel. And you get out of the city and you realize no one cares about anything except for, pocketbook and time. And you are a piece of meat and an expenditure, and it doesn't matter. And you get into this wheel of I'll never own anything, I'll never be anything.
Good old rat race.
And like we don't get that down here because we can be little and still be big.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That just wasn't my problem. I mean, I lived in like I work.
I acknowledge your thoughts, but no.
I mean, to be fair, like I only did 3 months in LA, and I do feel like if I was out in LA, I probably would have felt like that more often.
All right. I did 9 years, so
like I did 3 months and was like, no, I'm not doing this. I was more of a New Yorker, See,
I assimilate LA and New York as not the same, but big city. Like
absolutely.
Right.
It's like nowhere is like New Orleans. First of all, there's nothing, and there's a reason why people from France and Europe are always like, "Oh, New Orleans is the most European city in the U.S." It is.
It is. Yeah, it is. It's because we haven't let the rest of America take over. Right? We're still pirates.
We're still yes. Yeah. Even when you look at the history books, we're still a little bit.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to get behind the scenes, I think. And I think I probably always wanted to do that and just thought I had to be an actress.
Gotcha.
Because that was like the only option if you didn't have any connections. And now I know better.
What was your favorite thing you acted in?
Okay. It's probably some state, actually. I know for a fact it's stage. I love theater more than film and camera. Acting in it, I prefer to be on stage, but I prefer to be behind the camera in film. But I have the most interesting story was me meeting Ice-T.
Okay.
So I was doing Law and Order. This one was one I did it twice. So I think this one was SVU.
Oh God, did I see you? Because I've probably seen every episode.
It's not that big of a deal.
I mean, I'm looking, thinking back.
If you're an actor in New York, you've been on the show.
Okay, all right.
So it's not that big of a deal.
All right.
But
Marisha is a part of my life discography. I mean, no, like I love SVU. Like it is my thing.
It's a good one.
I fall asleep to it. I've seen those episodes between Law and Order and SVU when it transitioned. No, everything.
Everything?
Sorry. So go ahead.
Okay.
Ice-T.
Ice-T.
One of my favorite boys. He's now doing insurance commercials, but we'll move on.
Age and paychecks. So, so I was waiting. We were all on set, and we were waiting for him. He wasn't there yet, and he was like, "Oh yeah."
I'm being a rapper. I'm gonna be late.
Oh, he was late. He was late, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm in the building. Oh yeah, I'm down the street. I'm in the parking lot. I'm in the elevator."
Yeah.
20 minutes later.
Yeah.
So then, but he comes in, and he goes. It's down this long hallway. I was playing a nurse. And I'm like hiding in the back. And they do guest directors. And there was a guest director. And it was a female. So when he gets there, he goes, "Where my girl at?" And the guest director goes, "Oh, I'm right here." He goes, "Not you." Where's she at? And I just kind of like poked my head out and was like, "Me?" He was like, "There she go." And I was like, "Oh, Lord Jesus." He was so sweet. And he was animated. And I remember being in the dressing room or get my makeup done or something like that. And I was like, I wonder if Ice-T is still Ice-T. You know what I mean? Because I remember Cop Killer. I grew up listening to that,
Yeah.
And so we're waiting. Okay, I don't think I can say what I was about to say. He is still Ice-T. So he was just telling a story.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Where did we skip the story?
No.
Wait, what happened? No, I need
something-
the juicy story on this podcast. I need it.
overhearing,
Let's go
so
viral.
first of
Let's go
all-
viral right now. Let's go viral right now.
Someone had been let go while he was on vacation.
Okay.
And he was like, "Man, don't
Upset.
let that be me. Don't let that be me, because I'll be in Wolf's office with the AK. With the AK." And I was just sitting there going, "Yep, still the same man. Still the same man."
Well, what most people don't realize is AK is probably the initials of his attorney. But anyway.
Probably.
But yes, got to be the same guy.
Got to be the same guy. Some things don't change.
Some things don't change. And he's still, in my opinion, the most authentic actor on the show.
On the show? Yeah. I mean,
Mercer's is awesome. But at the same time, like as far as like that backup cast, like I believe his ass.
Yeah, he brings himself, and
I believe his
he
ass.
Is, what did Meisner say? Acting is authentically living in under imaginary circumstances,
right?
Or something
Yeah,
like
something
that.
like that.
So
Yeah.
So he's authentically living.
I agree 100%. But that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome. What an experience from New York. So what about any experiences that you've had in New Orleans?
Well, since coming home, I think my first gig was working with the New Orleans Film Festival as a runner. So that was my favorite. I like driving people around. It's fun. But moving on, no, it actually is it's fun.
That's like me going, "Oh yeah, I had a great time being AD on that fucking film." Yeah.
I mean,
oh yeah, I had a great time carrying water for everybody.
But it can be. I know what you're saying. I know I got it.
I'm totally messing with it.
But so moving on to, I guess I kind of got involved with the COOL Cooperative pretty quick.
Okay.
Because I lived in Canada and I bounced around.
Canada.
Yeah. So it's interesting.
I got some stories about Canada, but I can't tell my story on camera. But
I don't think I can either.
Yeah.
But getting involved with the COOL Cooperative was great because we've gotten to grow the program and I've gotten to do what I love. I think even more than performing is giving a voice to kids. or rather for me, it's just making a difference.
Right.
You know, you always like. I think that was part of the reason why I couldn't deal with the acting, because it was like always selling yourself and almost having to hide your beliefs sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you can't sell yourself if people know
No.
what you believe.
Yeah.
And part of my dad was a teacher. My whole family were teachers. They're all from down here. You know, we care about the people around us, and I couldn't do that when I was just acting.
Can't be silent.
Right. And
Yeah.
so that's this thing that drives me with the kids, is being able to show them that they can have their voice, and if they have the skills, they can switch it and do other things with it. Not necessarily, if you don't want to be in the film industry later, but you still develop so many skills that you can then use them in other places.
Right, absolutely.
So I can sleep at night now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you know, listen, you can grow up being an actor and go into politics. You know, like there's a lot of different things you can take it to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially nowadays, I feel like it's funny, and I push back on this a little bit because it's easier being a creative than it's ever been, because you have so many tools at your leisure to be a creator.
But it's a lot easier to get lost in the shuffle too.
Right.
Because everybody's doing it.
Right.
But I think it's a pendulum, right? It's always a pendulum. We had new technology that came out, and it starts to shift things in another way, and eventually we'll figure out where our way is now.
Right.
That's another thing that's really great about having worked with the COOL Cooperative, because in building our curriculum, having to do the research in history and film, because we teach the history of film as well to our students, not just technical skills. And when you do that and you start doing all the research behind what was going on in the 20s and the 30s and when the unions came involved, and then the big shift about when we went in from silent films to talkies is a huge, you could see what happened with the industry. The same shift happened when we ended up in color. The same shift happened when television got involved, and then the industry had to respond with making pictures bigger and bigger, and that's when we started getting widescreens. So there's always a shift coming when new technology happens. So now we're just in the middle of that, you know, well, now we're not in the middle. Streaming's taking over, and now where this pendulum is trying to figure out how are we going to make it successful.
Well, I feel like we have two shifts, because we have the streaming shift, which we haven't figured out yet.
Yes.
And now we have AI.
Okay, it's like everything, you know, computers sped up everything, so everything is just
like, to me, like, and we talk about we've been on this conversation with music with my whole team for a while now with the AI stuff. Like, it's changed the dynamics of what we were learning before we even figured out this shift. So like, I feel like we're on even shakier ground than we've ever been on, because we don't really have the foundation we would have gone back to.
I feel you. No, I agree. Yeah, no, but that part of the reason why we teach that, you know, there's all of these things that these cameras are built in stuff. You guys know, like, there's automatic, you can put LUTs inside the camera. You can do this. You can cheat the light. You can fix it this way. You can do this in post. But we teach the analog way on purpose.
Right.
Because you got to know why the tricks are there. They're there to make it easier. Right. But you got to know what tricks you need to do in the first place. Well, you know what I'm saying? And that's what with the AI is an issue too, because now we're skipping whole just thinking through things, because it writes it for you.
The calculator.
Oh, yeah, no. I have to teach my nephew with the abacus.
The calculator.
I know.
I'm good at math, okay? I'm really good at math. I beat my wife's calculator, okay? 90% of the time. I mean, she's also probably doing other things in the middle of it. But, because, you know, she's that multitasker, ADD, so, like, she's probably doing something on social media and doing the numbers. But I still beat her, so it doesn't matter. But I beat her with the calculator. And she looks at me all the time. She's like, "How do you do that?" I'm like, "I think it through." Like, it's not a. But
I draw it in my head.
But well, so math I reverse engineer. So I'll do it backwards, and it somehow gets me to the number. You know. Now it didn't work for me in algebra class because I had to write out all my damn answers.
The same
problem. It's same answer. I'm right. No, doesn't matter. So anyway, I feel like we're in that middle ground of like understanding what's going on, and then we get dosed in with AI. So it's like everything we've been preparing for is now changed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Which is, it's crazy though, because you can't be left behind, right? And we don't want to leave our kids behind either. So we got to teach them the technology as well. But there's this, there's that initial step.
But where's the replacement value? Like,
I don't think it's a replacement. It shouldn't be replacing anything.
But I don't trust humans to not replace humans.
Fair. I believe I'm there with you.
Okay.
I think we're going to go into a deep dive into stupid before we course correct.
I do. Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to show up with a minigun on the second floor of a building at some point because Terminator is coming. And I don't understand, like, there are certain industries that just allow it, okay? Mm-hmm. And I feel like film is going to be one of the first that just dives head first into it.
Well, we've already started the unions. That's part of the reasons why we run strikes.
Right.
There's a lot of
the screenwriting strikes. We're big.
Yeah. And there's just stuff I can't really, I'm not, there are people that know more than me. You know what I'm saying? I can't really answer a lot of those, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, yes, the film industry does take technology and use it quicker. But
they invent technology and use it quicker.
Yeah.
Like James Cameron, like a lot of the stuff that they were shooting, like that's all invented for Avatar.
Oh, yes. A lot of what we do.
And then they
Swaybox here in town, they invent things.
Yep.
But that's why they can't be replaced. Because AI uses what already exists.
Agreed. But when does AI start taking what's already existing and what's next?
Well, see, this is why I trust the audience.
Okay.
Because AI, you can tell. You can already tell when it's AI.
Now.
Yeah.
Right now.
That's video images. I'm talking about stories. It'll get to a point where it's like, God, some AI wrote this. This is so lame.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I talk about this with the team with social media all the time. Like half my feed is full of fake videos.
That I skip. I can tell when I look at it, this is stupid, and I move on.
Before I could tell in 3 seconds, if not less than that if it's AI or not. And we were talking about it was like I fish and I do a lot of things, so like I got a lot of water stuff on my feed. I get these fake like creatures in the ocean.
A couple of those I was like, what is that? And I was like, oh, that's not real.
But then you read the comments and you realize only half the people realize it's fake.
But you also have to know that those comments are also an algorithm putting the most interesting comments at the top. That's not what everybody's thinking. And I can say this more confidently. I'm not sure I'm absolutely right, but I can say this more confidently because I'm around kids and I see how fast they catch it. So, like, usually it's us older people who are lost and confused.
Right, yeah.
So I think it will, yes.
Yeah, we're the ones who fall for the insurance scam on the phone call, huh? You mean you could save me how much?
Or the one right now it's the one that gets my dad. It's the one where it's like, someone's accessed your card. Please dial this number so you can lock off your card. No, don't dial that number.
Yep.
You know,
I'm not gonna lie, they almost got me on an IRS once. They almost got me on one. I was driving on the 101 and I was in traffic. I was like, kind of a bad day. Like I was not in the right headspace. Mm-hmm. And I get the phone call from IRS with an Indian accent telling me how much money I owe and this and that. And that if I don't go pay for it now, there's going to be an arrest warrant out for my name and all this other stuff. And I'm believing it. And I'm like, okay, all right, but where do I got to go? What do I got to go pay? What's going on? Where do I have to go pay? Oh, you have to go to a Walgreens and get a money order. Huh? What? Like, I was in the car business for 10 years. You mean I have to go to Walgreens to get a money order to pay you? Don't you just have an office somewhere? You're an IRS. No, you got to go to the Walgreens. Okay. So what I did was I left him on hold for an hour and a half.
Nice.
Yeah. Well,
I'm looking for my checkbook.
I'm on the one-on-one. I'm in traffic. I'll be at the next Walgreens as soon as I can. No, man, I'm still in traffic. No, man, I'm still in traffic. And I'm sitting at my apartment laughing. Like, we were laughing with like 20 people. And we're all like bullshit, but it almost got me.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I'm sure I've gotten got a couple times. I mean, by little stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I know the last time I got. It was on Instagram. It was because Joann's went out of sale.
Yeah.
I mean, they closed down.
I was so upset.
I know.
I was so upset. Right across the street, half this building was built by Joanne, okay? All right? Joanne built half this building. I'll tell you right now. Because I'm a doer myself. So, like, I'll go buy fabric and I'll wrap desk. I'll wrap anything in it. Like, I needed that place.
It does suck that it's closed.
Oh, God.
And they got me because it was like our store had already closed. And I was pretty sure all these. And it was like, nope, it's this one store in New York. It's got all of the stuff. And since I was going to the clearance sale, I knew that they were actually shipping the things to particular stores. So then I was like, oh, okay, I can get all this stuff for $50. And I gave him my credit card, and that was not real. It's like, oops. But yeah.
Yeah, the powers to be. It's not a cool cooperative, right? It's not cool. It's not cool at all. So tell me about COOL. When did that all happen, and like how did you collide, and who did you meet, and where did you go?
Well, COOL is 10 years old. We're going on our 11th year, and it was started by Felicia Stollard.
Okay.
In memory of her son, Whitney. And it's been around in different iterations. It was much smaller at first. They were really dedicated to a small group of kids, and they did some really great work and followed those kids all the way through school, got them through junior high, got them graduated from high school, and did all of that. Did some projects, got some films made that were quite beautiful. But in 2021 is when I got there. Yeah. It just started to shift a little bit. We started to go into schools, and our mission hasn't changed. It is about working with kids and giving kids a voice. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say kid. I should say youth, because once they go over the age of 10, they're youth.
The two youths.
The youths. But now we're in schools. So we have a subscription program now. And so that program is our curriculum that we built. And we provide that curriculum to teachers. And then we have a fellowship program that we send out the fellows to teach the really tech-heavy classes. Because, we train the teachers, but we don't expect them to then break down a camera for somebody.
Right.
So we then have our fellows go out and teach those particular classes. And the kids make a film with their teachers. And it's great because it goes through, it goes through the history too, you know what I mean? Like their first film is a silent film.
Right.
Their second film adds sound.
Okay.
Their next film, you know what I mean? So
all right.
But
most people don't realize it's probably the hardest thing in the world to make it a silent film.
Silent film. Mm-hmm.
The emotionality is not something that is portrayed well without side of audio.
Oh, and what people don't know about silent films back in the day is that they were shot at a faster frame per second.
Yep.
So no one shoots at that frame per second
also,
anymore.
most people don't realize why audio was added to film. Do you know why it was added?
Why?
Because the projection was so loud, people didn't want to go watch the movie.
But they had live bands.
Well, no, so that's why they invented that machine where like the guy sits behind and does all the sounds in the silent film, and because the projection was so loud.
Oh,
so they had to cover they had to cover something. So that's how sound got in the film.
And then it was a lot of people don't. It's a lot of our equipment, a lot of the stuff that we use in the film industry comes from the one of the world wars, because like the dolly came from loading missiles on the planes and submarines and stuff like that. It's just like, it's amazing to be able to teach that kind of stuff.
That's crazy. I did not know the dolly story.
Yeah,
I did not know the dolly story.
A lot of the structure of the way we run set is military based.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. So,
but it does make sense because a lot of your major first films came through right after all of that. That makes a lot of sense.
Yep. So, I mean, that's really cool.
That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy.
It is pretty cool, especially when you start breaking down and looking at it. And then
you know, New Orleans was the first movie theater.
Movie theater.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. High five.
It's now a hotel, I think, or a bar. Yeah. But they still have the sign up.
Yep. Pretty cool. No, and New Orleans has always been a big part of that culture.
Yeah.
You know, but go back to the audio side. I mean, most people have never watched King Kong, the original King Kong, without the audio.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the same movie.
It's not.
It's not. There's no, like, you know, or Psycho without with the.
You've watched it on silent?
So no, but there's a documentary about it.
Oh, okay.
There's a documentary about, it's called Score, and it's about film score itself, and it's explaining. So like they'll show the video clip without the audio, and then they show it with the audio.
With the audio and how that completely changes it.
Changed everything. Or like Streetcar Named Desire, like how like that jazz kind of feel was the first time that jazz and that type of music has ever been implemented into a sound, like for film and that type of stuff. Like it truly shows like kind of the dynamics of scoring as a whole. I recommend it to anybody. It's awesome. It's pretty awesome.
Before scoring became a thing. Yeah, because I think in the early talkies, I think, was Louis Armstrong in it? I don't remember. It was a jazz song that was played, but it was like it was a black and white.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what was the name of it? It escapes me. Yeah, it's gone. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah. I never even thought about the score. Yeah.
So like music is I mean, it's a part of our everyday lives, but I also feel like it's a part of our everyday like system, our business, our things that we
down here, absolutely.
You know,
yeah, there's a melody to the way we move.
100%.
Oh yeah. When I was in graduate school, one of my professors was like, I'll pat my shoulder. I was really good at Shakespeare.
Okay, I love Shakespeare
because it's musical, and I didn't
100%.
Right. Like I
100%.
didn't realize it. They were and she pointed out to me. She was like, "There's just the way you deliver the lines. It's just no one." And it was. Is it because you're from New Orleans? It's like, no. I guess I just always have a song in my head. You know what I mean? I just have a rhythm.
Poetry, music, like there's a definitely a blend of that side, and no one spoke it like that before.
Yeah.
You know,
well, it could be argued that that's how it was originally done, because a lot of people will tell you. Well, not a lot of people. Some people that study dialects will tell you that the Southern speech is closer to the way they spoke during Shakespeare's time. So that might be it too.
Really? So our slang is not slang.
I don't know about our slang. It's more of the drawl.
I just thought we were lazy as fuck.
Two things can be true.
Yes, okay. All right. Yes. A broken clock's right twice a day, right? Yes. Agreed. I agree. So why do you think it's important for kids to understand where we came from in the film industry?
Well, one, you got to see yourself in it. That there's a lot of talk these days about representation, and it's true. We do need to have representation, and people don't realize representation has been around from the beginning. It just got erased.
Right. Well, so I'm on the board of Film Louisiana, and we need help. like the whole board needs help, in a sense of the state dropped the ball.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not like we are adjacent.
Right.
To Film Louisiana, right?
Okay.
So like we work with, we're in second line.
You work with Jason.
Yeah, we work, we do that kind of stuff. We go to the film day at the Capitol Day.
Right.
And bring the kids to be like, hey, come try, you know what I mean?
Right.
But we don't really involve ourselves enough for me to like eloquently speak to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's above my pay grade.
We just dropped the ball. Like the whole state dropped the ball. It's sad. It's sad to see.
I mean, I think if I put it this way, if I could know the right answers, you know what I mean? If I knew why films did what they did or do what they do or producers do what they do, I'd be a billionaire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I would be the one filming everything in Louisiana. You know
right,
what I mean?
right.
But
I mean, if you think about it, it all comes down to money. I mean, it all comes down to money, and
you know, Ryan Coogler said something about that in an interview. I don't want to misquote a genius, but I do believe he mentioned something about that, about not choosing Mississippi because we had the tax credits.
Right.
And like Mississippi had hit their cap or something, so he came to Louisiana, and that's a big reason why they filmed it here.
Right. Yeah, but that was when we were one of the original.
No, that was Sinners.
Oh, that was Sinners.
That was Sinners.
Okay, all right. Okay, that was Sinners. All right. Well, that's great to know that I guess there are caps and people do still look at that. But to me, it's like when we started this stuff, we were one of the few.
Oh, well, I think we might have been the first with the tax credit.
If we weren't the first.
Yeah.
Now there's 37 states out of 50 that are doing the same, if not similar, tax credits.
Oh. Then what do you do to make yourself competitive, right?
And,
I mean...
And now that everybody's left, you got to bring people back. So, like, the incentive has to be extra. It can't be the same as what you're doing in Nashville or Ohio or any of these other places. But actually, they've been failing a lot overseas because of the dollar tanking. So you're spending less money in Canada and Dominican Republic and some of these other countries than you would be spending here anyway. Plus, they get the tax incentives. So,
yeah.
To me, it's like, man, like, what do we do to get it back?
In my opinion, you can't control what... I mean, and this is very separate from any official whatever. It's
right.
You can't control what other people are going to do, but you can build your own local industry. And no, it's not going to be the same kind of crazy money coming in, but it can be consistent, something that ballasts us between the big waves.
Right.
And I think that's fair to any industry, honestly.
No, I
it's
agree.
like you got to have a local structure. Movement, yeah. And that starts with education.
Right.
I mean, like, it's cliche, but it's the truth.
Right.
You know, it's cliche for a reason.
Right.
So yeah, that's why I do what I do. You know what I mean? Like, if we can educate and not just, you know, this is how it was done in the past, but also incorporating what we call industry involved or industry. Lord, I invented the term and can't remember what it's called. Oh, industry-informed education. Woohoo!
Okay, all right.
I always name things like, why do I do that to myself? But
IIE.
Yeah, IIE, exactly. Where, you know, like, it's not just us teachers. We are there to, you know, set the tone, to ensure that the children are being able to process the knowledge. But we bring in professionals.
Right.
To help us build our curriculum to actually teach the kids. When we have big films that come down, we bring the kids to the set and they get to follow around the professionals that are working now.
Yeah.
And looking at the future tech that's coming in. Because if you ignore it, you're going to be slapped.
100%. So I'm on the board of a school in Florida. It's a charter school specifically based on entertainment space and filming.
Is it full?
G-Star.
Okay.
G-Star Charter Schools.
Okay.
So they have a full film set on film stage on site. And to give you an example, like Tiger Woods shot a Rolex commercial there, and the kids got to be the hands on the set. And it's actually close to the Hard Rock Casino down there. And like the Who kicked off their concert at the Hard Rock, did all of their practice performances at G-Star in the film room, and the kids got to do all the live set and stage and filming and like set up the process.
They had no idea who they were.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But the kids get to be on hand in real moments, on site, and doing things that are making money that are currently hiring people to do. And that, I think that is the number one issue for students, if you ask me, is about applying what you just learned into a real life situation. And if I can learn how to do that before I graduate high school,
then you're a huge leg up on everybody
ridiculous.
else. Oh, yeah.
So, so they brought me on board to do more of the music side. So we're working on a budget right now. We're waiting on some money, but and some of the Florida permitting and stuff. But we're gonna be building a Dolby Atmos room. We're gonna be building some new AI music stuff. We're gonna be building like a whole new program that's gonna teach the blend of the film and the music and try to encapsulate. But the point of the matter of what I'm saying is you got to catch them early if you want to build a true industry.
Yeah.
You know,
because they, once people get kind of up there, they got a lot to lose. You know what I mean? When you got a lot to lose.
It's hard to change when you're 40 years old and you've been doing something for 20 years and now you got to manipulate the system that you've been working and making money in.
Right. Partly built.
Right.
Part of it is, and that's something we don't like to admit. Part of the reason is we live in this way is because we built it this way.
100%. 100%.
100%.
But listen, if I don't build something easier for my kids than what I went through, what am I doing?
Right. That's, yeah.
So that's just part of the way life goes, right? So we all have to move on and figure out how to move forward in it. Talking about kids, how have you seen your kids grow? Like can you give me some examples of what has happened?
Yeah. So I mean, if I want to just be with the numbers, like 90% of our seniors that graduated last year are in college right now.
Oh, that's it.
And the other started their own production company.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Learn to work for somebody or for yourself, as long as you go to work, right? Yeah.
But there's this you know how like you always use the same kid and then their head starts getting bigger, so you don't want to use them again. But I kind of gotta. One of our kids, Dwight, started with us in the 7th grade, and he's in high school now. And he made his first short film with us last year, and he's been interviewed on radio shows now. A couple, like he's been on the WBOK. It's just like he's met with the stunt coordinators from Sinners and had whole conversations. So like the child is grown. Yeah. So I mean, but he's a good kid and he's learning. I just read that's the big flashy, right? But the stuff I really love is he just wrote another script and sent it to me to read, and I can already see the difference.
Right.
From this one from the last one.
Right.
And that's the kind of stuff that I get excited about.
100%.
My kids who started the journey just mean mugging, and now when they take a picture, they got a huge smile on their face, right? Or kids who just come in and they are afraid to talk, and now they want to be interviewed on camera.
Right.
It's that kind of stuff that is really cool. And the the kids who are really into camera and cinematography, like we made a documentary about opera Creole, and they just letting them see this world that they had no idea about how all of these composers of color started in New Orleans, how the opera, the first major opera house in the U.S. was here. That kind of stuff.
Yep.
And them getting to learn that, and being in a room with a piano that Count Basie played on. You know what I mean?
Listen, there are stories of pianos in downtown. So my grandfather was in the hotel business. Okay, he owned the Pontchartrain on St. Charles for a long time. The piano in the bar, the Pontchartrain, is famous because Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra used to eat the blueberry muffins at the Pontchartrain for breakfast when they would come in town. But where they would go for after hours after the concert was the bar at the Pontchartrain, and they would sit down and play the piano in the 50s. And and perform for random people that were just in the bar at the Pontchartrain. So that piano has been performed by Sammy Davis, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, like, you know, the Louis Armstrong, B.B. King.
Everybody.
Like it was like a spot. It was like a known spot. And I love the story of it was formed because they loved blueberry muffins. That was it. Like, literally, that was why that whole thing happened.
That's a movie.
Right. I agree. But there's got to be, how many pianos were around the 50s?
There's the one in the Roosevelt. There's this big story about the piano that's in the Roosevelt Hotel, too, but I can't remember what it is.
I don't know the story, but you're right. There is a big story.
Yeah. And then Esplanade Studios, Misha's.
Yeah, Misha. Yeah.
So he let the kids come in this summer camp, and the sound crew got to go do the field trip there, and he has that old piano that Ray Charles used to play on, and our sound fellow is Jay Sharp, and he started playing it, and I was like, that's why it always sounded so tinny. It's that type of piano. Oh my God, it was so great.
It's tuned that way.
It was this. I'm not gonna pretend like I can tell that story.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, listen, anything we can do to compete with Mishka, we will. So let's bring the kids on in. They can have 2 days here. We'll make it work. But no, listen, I really appreciate everything you do.
Thank you.
Especially for the kids, and it's all for the kids, and anything we do for the kids. I got a 4-year-old and 2-year-old, and I can't imagine passing down to them a music world that I don't recognize. So if anything I can do to make that process and their process better for the future, I'm happy to do.
You know, it's funny because it's like we always say that. We've been saying that the children are our future, you know, but like...
Sing it, baby. What is that bravado?
But it's not, it's like, it's what people forget is that when you do it for the children, you're also doing it for the land. You're doing it for the city. You're doing it for, like, we stay relevant if we make sure our kids are relevant.
100%. Because, like you're doing it for kids, but you're doing it for future listeners.
Right.
Like it all trickles down. It all trickles down.
Or trickles up. Back. It trickles down, but then
either way. You know, I was good at geometry, but, you know.
Evaporates up?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Either way, they hear it. But listen, I appreciate you. I appreciate what you do for the city and the kids. And like I said, anything that Elation can do to help in the future, let us know.
See, you don't know what you just said.
Aria knows I mean business. So anything, seriously, anything we can do. I'm born and raised here. I love music. I love the city. I grew up here. This is why I moved back from LA to let's do whatever we can to lift up the generations in front of us and give to them what music gave us.
Yeah.
And if we can accomplish that, I'm happy.
Yeah, me too.
So
if the next Nickelodeon comes out of Louisiana, I will have done my job.
Hannah Montana. If anybody watched The Waterboy,
oh my God,
Heaven Montana is going to be coming down from here. But anyway, all right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Why don't you give us some socials where people can follow and look and subscribe?
Yeah. Okay, so never mind. So we're on Instagram, the COOL Cooperative. You can go to our website, thecoolcooperative.org, because even I messed that up. And we have our cohort starting this week, and then we're going to be at the New Orleans Film Festival on the Monday, the last Monday of the New Orleans Film Festival, doing a huge takeover, and then just check us on Eventbrite, because we will be having classes and programs that are open to the public at least once a month starting this year. Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for everything.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. No, thanks for sharing the story. I mean, this is important.
I haven't laughed this hard in a minute.
Oh, well, good. All right. All right. Well, next you'll see me on stage at the Laugh Factory. But until then, please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more Elation. And I'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Peace.